Adulting sucks, and I feel like absolute crap today. So, even though I'm feeling like crap, I figured we'd go on ahead today and do a little tutorial, and we're gonna make vision boards for our phone wallpaper. So grab your laptop and let's get started. We're in Canva. We want to go ahead and hit create a design. And like I said, it's going to be a phone wallpaper, so you can either type it in up here, or you can choose to just enter the pixels, which would be 1080 by 1920. So in our design, the first thing we're going to need is a shape. I'm going to make it a little bigger. And I'm also going to add a black border to it as well. Now in this shape, we're going to go ahead and put some text. So I'm going to choose to use I don't know how to say this correctly, but this is the font. So I'm going to put a 2, size it to how I want it. Then I'm going to choose to hit Control D or Command D. Okay, if that happens, just click away and then click on it and hit Command D. Duplicate the 2 and make the 2 a 0 because obviously we're in 2025. By the way, what did you do for New Year's? Let me know in the comments. I didn't do anything. I'm kind of boring like that. Actually, I woke up and it was, what time was it? It was like 12:15, 12:30, something like that. Everybody was shooting, so I went back to sleep. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and Control D 2 more times. So we got the 2 and the 5. I know I've seen a lot of people doing this, but I just figured like I really needed to pick me up. I got a lot of life-changing things going on right now. I'm really thinking about trying to freelance, making things like promo videos. I've been really trying to get good with Canva and a few other platforms. All right, enough rambling on. So just make sure, I know I'm doing a more complicated way of doing this, but just make sure it's all nicely centered. I'm going to choose to change the O and the 2 on the 25 to pink because pink is my favorite color, or one of my favorite colors. You know, it's a vision, it's a dream board for you, so you should love it, right? I'm also going to add some frames to my picture. I prefer the rounded ones. I just think they look better. Now, with this, with the layout, you might want to think of what your categories are going to be. So we're going to go ahead and add our frame here. I, for a reference, went on and just added a page because this is the one I made for myself here. So for the tutorial, because I didn't think about recording it while I was actually making it. So for the purpose of this tutorial and to have some type of a layout to go off of, we're going to use the one I already made. All right, so I'm going to start with this area right at the top left. This is going to be like relationships and meeting new people, my relationships area. And down at the bottom, I have 3 boxes, so I'm just going to add them in and fix them later. All right, like this one, I'm gonna making new friends. Like I'm gonna have a picture of some friends. I'm just gonna drag and drop it in there and then frame it how I want it. I noticed like if you put the pictures like this or things at the corner, sometimes you'll see like a white line where the end of the page is. So I'll just sometimes just, extend it a little bit like that. All right, so the next picture I'm gonna put up, I actually am a musician. My main instrument right now is guitar, but I am looking to play the bass. I just got my bass set up and I'm gonna start teaching myself how to play today. So I would really like to meet some bandmates. So I had a picture of some bandmates here. If you're in the Milwaukee area and you don't have to be a perfect guitar player or whatever, like a couple chords or you can keep a straight beat, let me know. I'm really interested in meeting some chicks who play instruments. With that being said, another thing I want to do in this category of meet people is start networking so that I can start making some of that freelance money. So I got my picture here. And then let's resize it a bit. We'll resize this one. Give it a border. I might have to resize this one. All right, so on this side, this one is having to do like more with my health. So I want to have some good health. There we go. Have you guys tried making vision boards before? This is my second time doing it, like actually taking it seriously and doing it. I believe in them. What about you? Obviously, I guess if you're here. All right. So then I also have here I actually at the end of 2023 got hurt at work, so I will be having a spinal fusion done here in a couple months. So here I put bye-bye back pain because I really would like to not have, sciatica pains going down my leg or feeling like I'm moving like a granny every day. So I got my picture here of like somebody kind of adjusting the back. The last thing that I'm going to put here for my health is I would like a little emotional support dog. Her name was going to be Coco Chanel, but then my mom died at the beginning of 2024. So in light of her, I'm going to call her, she's my grandma, but I call her my mom. So my daughter and my nieces, they all call her Gigi. So I would love to name my dog Gigi Coco Chanel. So like I said, I already had my pictures already. I would really love for little Gigi Coco Chanel to look something like this. Isn't she cute? It'd be funny if is that a boy? It might be a boy. I'm gonna add some text here because we got a whole lot of pictures here. A lot. All right, so in my text, I'm just gonna put Gigi Coco Chanel. And to keep the font going, we're gonna, I guess, move this first so that we can see. And obviously way too big. There we go. So I'm also gonna add in between here, bye back pain. I would love to be like, bye Felicia. I'm gonna change the box to white and give it a border. And then we'll go ahead and shrink the font and make the text black. I want everything to be on one line because I'm OCD like that. And then I'm just gonna group these together. Let's see if it'll let me shrink it. Shrink it a little bit. I might have to ungroup them. I would definitely recommend, shrinking the words first. Don't do like me. And then shrinking the box around the words. Just gonna group those and stick them something like that. That'll do. This bottom area here is going to be geared towards like money, finance, career. I'll usually kind of like clump those as one because they kind of intertwine, I'm gonna upload a picture of me. We'll use this one. Let's spiffy it up a bit and hit that auto adjust and edit it. Bring that down here somewhere. And I'm gonna position it behind the stars. Give this a little bit of a, layer. I'm going to use a picture of freelancing. Like I said, I am going to come back around and kind of spiffy these up. We got work from home because, I really have been trying to build up skills that will allow me to solely just work for myself and work from home. Hence why I'm very into the idea of freelancing right now. Right now I'm, getting my portfolio together, but I think the biggest issue for me is actually going to be like putting myself out there, Let me know down below if you struggle with any of those issues. How do you overcome them? All right. So I want to be debt free, in which I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I have been very much working to clear out the debt that I have. I started with like the cash budgeting method, and this was after I realized that I was spending $1,000 more than I actually freaking made. I know it's freaking nuts. But what I will say is that if you're interested in like learning how to get out of debt, Ramit Sethi's I Will Teach You to Be Rich book is freaking awesome. That book was the start for me, actually, in learning how to take care of my money. The only issue I had is like For me, the automating things didn't work so well. My habit is like, if I see the money, I'm gonna use it. So I start the cash budgeting method works for me. If you don't know what that is, that's basically like you take your expenses and you budget your money only using cash. And it's really good if you are a person who has that issue of the money's there, but I'm not really taking note of where it actually needs to go. Cash budgeting is freaking awesome. With that being said, another thing I put on here is, a boss babe. I felt like I needed to have some type of little saying up in here, Not to mention, if you were to walk around my house right now, you would see that I have like these kind of like bootleg sayings all around my house, cutouts of sayings. Like one of them says, boss bitches make boss ass decisions, so be a boss ass bitch. And that over the last couple days has been my motto. So here I would like to have an emergency fund here. I would like to rebuild my emergency fund would be the better way of putting it. And then I'm gonna copy the words bye bye back pain, ungroup them, change that to say, 20 grand in the bank. A girl can dream, right? But the last thing on my list of wants would be to travel. I really want to travel. I've never been on a plane before. It's messed up because my daughter has been on a plane before. Since she got on a plane before me. So jealous. So I got a suitcase, road trip. So I'm gonna pick a picture of a POV view from the car. But your girl is gonna start road tripping this year. Ain't no spinal fusion finna keep me from having my fun. And then lastly, I'm gonna put a plane. Because like I said, I haven't been on a plane. And I would really like to take a plane ride this year. Even if it's only like from Milwaukee to Chicago, just to start. I feel like we as people all forget that we don't have to start way up at the top. We can start small. This one will do. And we'll go ahead and do like that. So I went back and adjusted everything and fixed it a bit. When you get your pictures, if you want them to be nice and rounded, make sure you put them in some sort of a frame. When I shot this video, I did not do this, but when I did this the first time around, I used frames. So here's what I got. Add it as a PNG. Go ahead and download it. And this is what it looks like. Thanks you guys for, sitting here with me with this tutorial, as well as being a part of my little emotional support. I appreciate it. If you're interested in Canva and you need a little more pick-me-up and want to learn something else positive to make, you should try following along with my video on how to make affirmation cards.